All right, when I go live, it's still typing backwards. I don't know what the deal is, and it's so bizarre because this other Facebook Live that I do for my Mary Kay group does not have this problem. So I'm not sure what's going on, but every time I try and come in here and do a live for you guys, I try and type like a description and it goes backwards. It is the most bizarre thing. So I'm just gonna let it be, continue to figure that it's Mercury shadow of the retrograde and it's doing something. So I was so excited to go out and do our cards of the week reading outside. It's a glorious day outside, but my neighbors are getting a new driveway, and so this morning we awoke to the bang, 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 the pounding as they were sledgehammering out their driveway, and like the whole foundation of the house is shaking as they're pulling out the driveway. And now this big gigantic truck is parked out in front of my house to drop off the paving stones that they're going to be putting into the driveway. So we're just going to be in here today. So well. But I was so excited because, it's the week of Thanksgiving, and I don't know about you, but Thanksgiving is like my absolutely most favoriteest holiday, even more than my birthday, because it is all about family and together. And family is not always the blood relations. Family is who we choose, and our Thanksgiving table is always overflowing with people. I mean, we don't turn anybody away, and excuse me, and anybody that needs a place to be, or that we have a capacity of how much space we have, but we have been known to sit people on couches and stuff, and it's so much fun for me. Even though it's a lot of work, it's such a joy to create this environment of family and love and acceptance in my house. And I love the energy that it brings to my home. If you've ever seen, it's an old movie, but now it's an old movie, but if you've ever seen a movie called like Water for Chocolate, it is an international film. I think it's from Spain. It's old now, but it's, and it has subtitles, but it is the most magnificent love story of love through food. And so we talk a lot about the energy of things and how the things around us have energy. And so this is a story of this woman and a man and a woman that are completely in love with each other, but because of family traditions and rules and whatever, they're not allowed to marry each other, and he has to marry a different sister or whatever. And so the woman that he truly loves, she professes her love to him through her cooking, and she's known to be a most magnificent cook, and she just bakes and cooks and does all these amazing things, and she puts her love for him into the food. And when people eat her food, they can feel it, and they are transformed by her love for this man, just because of the love that she has put into the food. And I think for me, that is one of the reasons why I absolutely just love Thanksgiving, because to me, it is so much about infusing the food with love. And so for me, it's just such a joy that we put on music, we put on podcasts. I'll start cooking Tuesday night, and I'll cook all day Wednesday, and I'll just be the happiest person, because I'm not the person in my home who does the regular everyday cooking. I'm very blessed that that's really my husband's thing for the day-to-day thing, because when he's not home, when he is home, he's basically off of work, because his work is away. So if he's home, he has a little bit more time. So the day-to-day cooking has really been on something on his plate. And for me, I get the joy of cooking for the holidays, and it is something that I love to do because I love to cook. I just don't always have the time to do it every day. So it's just such a gift. This is my favorite week of the year, and I just want to kind of bring that to mind about the energy of love and the energy of our loved ones, and being around everyone as people are gathering together for the holidays, and just remembering that we can infuse love into everything that we do. And so if you are cooking or baking, or if you are just hugging someone, just allow your heart to open, allow that love to transmit from you to them, and then allow to receive the love. I know that is one of the things that I have historically struggled with around Thanksgiving is I'm, and it's not about being braggy or anything, but I'm a very good cook. And so when people come for Thanksgiving, especially people who've not been here before, there is so much praise over the food. And I'm always so honored that everything, and thrilled and grateful that everything turned out perfectly. But accepting that praise in has always been a bit of a struggle for me, because I don't want to be like, I know I'm awesome, you know. And so I think accepting that praise and accepting the love of others can be more difficult for us. It's sometimes more easily that we are giving love rather than that we are allowing ourselves to receive it. And so as you gather with family this week, allow not just for yourself to give the love, but allow yourself also to receive the love. Okay, so I wanted to say that. Also want to say, because I know Bernard is going to watch this, the gray is going away this week, so just shut it. Okay, so I was so excited for the cards that we have this week, because I'm working still with the new deck that we have, Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle cards. I'm just looking at it so I can get the name of it right. The Work Your Light Oracle cards, because they're just so gorgeous. And they're just imbued with these beautiful pinks and purples and blues, and I just am absolutely loving it. So, so excited because the first card is Soul Family. And I just made my heart so happy, because this is the week of Thanksgiving, and it is the week where we come together as family. And it is not, and this is where I started, it is not necessarily the family that we are blood related to, but it is the family that we choose to have around us. And so I'm so incredibly grateful for the people who will be joining us for Thanksgiving, because of the 18 or so people that are going to be here, less than half are blood related. So I think that's amazing to have your soul family around you. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. So your soul family, it is so important that you recognize that they serve as much of a purpose in your life to teach you and guide you and lead you on your path, and help you on your path as your blood family. And often there is overlap, that your blood family is your soul family, but very often it is the people that we choose. So remember about that, what I said before about the receiving love and allowing ourselves to receive love. That is so much what our soul family is here to show us, because they remind us of pure love. That is what their job is, to remind us of pure love. So when we have those people around us that may not be blood relations, but somehow they're still family, that's really important to just allow those people to fulfill their purpose in your life, which so often is just about showing you that unconditional love. So, and then I had our second card, which I love, which is play, because this is going to be, you know, the holiday week. And so I know most people are going to be, you know, working, let's say, you know, until Thursday. Maybe they have Wednesday off. Maybe they don't have Wednesday off. So this is a reminder to keep it light and to allow that joy and the fun and the silliness. So in our family, in our house, we have the tradition of watching the Macy's parade in the morning. And even though my boys will say we've outgrown it at almost, hey, shush, the big truck is doing something. So even though, you know, they'll say, you know, almost 19 and 22, that they've outgrown it, that it is still, we still sit there and watch it, and we still watch the dog show right after it. What is it? What's the dog show? The dog show, my vicious, you know, 11-pound cotton ball flames of sparks of fury. So we'll still watch the dog show, which is really just some of the most fun things of Thanksgiving. And this year, with the advent of Disney Plus, we've been having just a ball watching all the old Disney movies, things that we grew up with. So just super fun. I can't wait to show some of those things to my kids when they're home over vacation. So, and such a blessing, because my younger son Dylan will actually be home today, and such a gift for him to be able to come home a little early because he's out of classes. So, and so then we have the third one. So just in looking for those opportunities for silliness, because I think sometimes, especially as the one who does the lion's share of the cooking for Thanksgiving, it can be a little bit stressful that we want everything to be perfect and we want everything to be just wonderful for everybody, and then to be, you know, that we get a little stressed out about it. So just remember, go outside, stand in the grass, maybe take the dog for a walk, and just breathe in and remember to stay in the joy of this week. Especially this week is so about joy. And so then the last one is soul transformation, and I absolutely love this card because it is so much of what we've been talking about, which is we have been working the last 5 or 6 months to just release and bring things to the surface and deal with them so we can release them and move forward, because we knew that transformation is coming, because we know that momentum for manifestation is coming, and we are in that time right now. And especially as, you know, we're in the moon of Sagittarius right now, which is a more lighthearted time, this is the time to bring in that joy and to really bring in that acceptance that the person you are today is not the person that you were a year ago. It is so not the person you were 2 years ago, and the person that you will be a year from now is not the person you are now. And so I want to just read this little piece from the book, from Rebecca Campbell's guidebook on these cards, because it says things are changing at a cellular level. You are not who you are a year ago, and you soon will be someone else. You are in between, emerging, half risen, half falling. Keep doing the work. You are transforming. You'll look back at this time with awe. So much is happening in your inner world and within yourselves. It's time to release old ways of being that have kept you in the fight, flight, freeze mode, to choose a new way of being where trauma is not the driving force. Old childhood patterns are rising up to be healed. As you allow yourself to observe them and feel them without attachment, they loosen their grip and fall away. You are being called to find new ways to self-soothe. Because you know what, you guys, and I say this all the time, the language of the universe is love. The language of the universe is love. And when you lead from love and you observe from love and you make judgments and decisions from love, everything is different. It changes so much about, about what you understand about the universe. So here I want to share something, because I had last week, not last week, the week before, I had just the absolute gift of being able to spend 6 days, 7 days in Virginia Beach at the Edgar Cayce Institute, the ARE, Association for Research and Enlightenment, to study with 2 incredible mediums, John Holland and Janet Nohavec. And it was just such a transformative experience, because when you can sit with another trained medium, and we sat with trained mediums, and there was this group was really intermediates and advanced mediums, and when you can sit with people and you have to do these sort of lightning rounds, it is really amazing what comes through. And so I sat with a gentleman who brought through information for me, and it was so fun for me because my Nana came through every single person that sat down. My Nana came through, and if it wasn't my Nana, it was Michael. And many of you know that Michael is the one who set me on this journey. So my Nana came through to every single person, and I was just laughing because I'm like, she always comes through. Tell me something different. And so I sat with this gentleman who sat across from me, and he brought through information about my Nana that no one has ever brought forward before. And it was so profound to me because she comes through all the time and it's always the same information. And this gentleman brought through information that there was no way he could have known. We had never met before that day, before that week. We had not really talked with each other before we got paired together. And there was just no way he could have brought through this information. And it was just amazing. He brought through the initials, my mother's initials, my parents' wedding date, and he brought through this image. He said he described her physically, and he also brought through this. He said she's carrying the turkey to the table for Thanksgiving, and he didn't understand what that meant, but I did, because my Nana passed on Thanksgiving. So the year that she passed, it actually would have been just the other day was her passing anniversary, her yahrzeit. But I found out that she had passed literally as I was carrying the turkey to the table. And I stopped on my way to the table. My phone was sitting right there at the edge of the kitchen to the dining room. And I just kind of swiped it with my finger to see if there was a text from my mom, because I was expecting the news. And literally as I walked and I swiped my, to see the message, so I carried the turkey to the table, and that's when I knew that she had passed. So what was so amazing about that was I understood in that moment that my Nana was trying really hard to get through to me for a bigger message. And so I took the time to go up to the 3rd floor of the ARE to the meditation gallery, which overlooks the Atlantic Ocean. Is just the most spectacular view. Not quite as spectacular as from my hotel room because there were some houses in the way, but just really spectacular. And I sat there in the meditation room by myself for a little while, and my whole body just filled with chills. And I just said, Nana, I know you're here. Clearly you're trying to get my attention. Clearly you're trying to show me something else. And what came through so clearly was, be not afraid. I am with you and you are loved. Be not afraid. I am with you. You are loved. And I just was just completely overwhelmed by this love, the kind of love that people talk about with near-death experiences, the kind of love that just shakes you to your core, that to know that she has been with me every second since she had passed, and that she has been leading me on this journey and has been participating in this journey with me. And so when I came back down from the meditation gallery and we were back in our classwork and we were back in our pairings and we were doing readings, I could literally feel not just the communicator that I was connected to for whoever I was reading, but I could literally feel my Nana standing behind me with her hands on my shoulders, and the vibration in my body was palpable and intense, and it was just love. And so I want you to really understand, because I know that this is my story, but I know that you all have stories too. And I would love to hear them, and I encourage you to share them, because I know that every single one of you has some story of how transformation is coming to you and how it's showing up in your lives, because it is. We just sometimes are so in the, yeah, I've heard that already, that we don't stop to listen to really understand what they're trying to tell us, the universe, our loved ones, our guides. What is it that they're really trying to tell us? Because we get in that moment where we're like, yeah, I know, she comes through all the time. Tell me something else. And so he did. He told me something else about her that made me go, huh, I need to look at this more deeply. So where are you being transformed? And what are you missing that they're trying to get your attention, that they're trying to show you something else, where you've been the one going, huh, where you've been the one going, yeah, and that now it's time for you to go, huh. What is it that they're trying to show you? Where is it that they're trying to make transformation in your life? Let it happen, because I'm telling you, to make sure I have the right card, I'm telling you, every single moment of them guiding us is love. It is all of love. Be not afraid. I am with you. You are loved. That simple. So we are so close to hitting another milestone of likes and follows in our community of light, and I'm super excited for that. So if you like this video, please share it with your friends and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be posting this video there as well. But if you like this video, share it with your friends and invite them to our Facebook page. I do have a YouTube channel, but I really so much prefer this venue where you guys can come in and we can talk and you make your comments, and there's a back and forth exchange, and I don't think it's the same on YouTube. So please, if you like this video, share it with your friends, and most importantly, just know how incredibly grateful I am for each and every one of you that follows our page and that participates in our community of light. And I wish you all the most wonderful and blessed Thanksgiving. Remember that your soul family is around you, because they can't not be. We attract each other. We attract each other to us. Take some time over this next week, surrounded by love and laughter and friends and family, to play. Enjoy the silliness. And remember, be not afraid. I am with you. You are loved. Soul transformation. It is happening for all of us. Have a spectacular week, spectacular Thanksgiving holiday, and know how much you are loved by me.